Hey, ding dong. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Oh, I was about to say, who is it? Oh, but that's Knock Knock.
That's knock knock.
The witch is dead.
The witch is dead.
Which witch?
The wicked witch. Jacinta Allen got the ass. Out she goes.
I must say, you weren't as happy as I thought you'd be.
Oh, look. Do you know what? It actually annoyed me. I feel like she got a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, I sensed a level of frustration.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like,
I walked
and I
in.
said that to you. It's like, well, what's the consequence now for all the shit that she's done?
Pay for life.
Yeah, she gets paid. That's it.
Yeah, it's like salary for the rest of your life. What is the number though?
I don't know, but I'm sure you can look it up whilst we're talking. And it just annoys me that she's done blatantly bad, corrupt things and she's just going to get away with it scot-free.
So-
Just like Andrews did. He's exactly the same boat. No one talks about it. Everyone forgets all the fucking shit he did
People
during
forget.
COVID. Absolutely, they forget. And it's like, oh, I don't care. That was 5 years ago. It was 4 years ago. Well, mate, you're paying for it now. You're paying for it now. And mark my words, you're going to be paying for this chick's stuff-ups as well for the years to come. For the years to come. And I think in order for us to get a better quality leader person in that role, and to future-proof it, there has to be a level of accountability and responsibility when it comes to big decisions like that fail or that are monumental fuck up. You know, losing $15 billion on a project, spending $70K on
Billion?
two plaques. Yeah.
Billion?
B with a B, dude. It was corrupt.
What was
Did you hear about that? The CFMEU corruption and $15 billion
yes,
not
yes.
accounted for and all that sort of stuff. The $13 million machete bins and a plethora of stuff that she did, which was just not thought out, which to me, someone was lining their pockets. Just bad stuff. Like so poor at your job, making the state in so much debt. There's just no accountability for it. And that's what's frustrating, that they're going to get away with it. They're going to get paid for the rest of their life, as you just said. And it's like the next clown's going to step up. Now, be it from Labor, for the time being, it's going to be that new bloke that stepped up. Don't know his name. Don't really care. Hopefully he becomes a distant memory. I think we need a change of government in the state and the country. Hopefully we get it come the end of the year. But the writing was on the wall for these clowns. Like they had to get rid of her. Her approval rating was so low. Everyone hates her. I think the Labor Party's cooked regardless. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next few months. And, you know, it sort of rounds me up to even the topic we're going to talk about today. It's like for her to get into that position in the first place, there's got to be a level of her being competent at what she was doing. Or anyone, any premier that steps into that role, you would think, hey, you're a high performer. You're the person that we are choosing to lead this party, this state, that's going to make all the right decisions. It's really good. That's inspirational. It's all these things. You would think they would have that level of qualities and qualification to take on that role. But unfortunately, I don't think that's the case in this instance. But I wanted to touch
do you ever
on-
think it's the case though?
I'd like to think it was. In what? In
In
politics
who?
or
With
just
who?
in anything?
No, politics.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like who's a
I
who's a
don't know.
ripped politician?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and I don't know.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, Tony Abbott.
He was ripped.
He wasn't, but he was very fit for his age. He used to go swimming and running and riding bikes and stuff like that. He was, don't forget, he's in his 60s or 70s or something like that. So he was very fit and used to do all that stuff. But yeah, you're completely right. You're completely right. And, you know, I look at that in my own life. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I read books. I watch YouTube, a whole range of things. We go across the world and see people speak and learn from the best people in the world that are doing just extraordinary things. You see sports people doing extraordinary things. And there's a lot of lessons to be learnt there. And I wanted to sort of touch on that today and go through the sorts of things that you would look at for high performers and to consider yourself a high performer or to become a high performer.
What was your question? Because I was just almost gonna faint from when I saw how much their base salary
Yeah, well, let's get into that before we move on.
is.
Because at this rate, you would want to be the absolute best within the party at your job. You're the leader, the person that's going to take the whole state and your party to
So,
great levels.
This is the
of
federal
success.
level. So short version, the paid for life thing is
Fed-
real.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. But it only applies to a shrinking group of MPs elected before October 2004. So they changed it.
Okay.
Okay. While in the job, federal base salary benchmark. Oh, here. Base salary for a backbench MP. I think that's like the lowest of lows. Rose to $239,000 $239,270.
And you're talking for an entry level MP.
Yeah, this is
That's ridiculous.
Backbench.
I don't even know, but that's ridiculous.
PMs is $600K.
That's
I think
fine.
the PM should.
I think the PM should get millions of dollars. I would, if I
100%.
found out he got $10 million for the role, all the power to him. Do you know what? It might actually attract the right quality person to step into that role. Because what senior executive high performer is going to go there and say, I'm going to go and become PM of this country for $600K? My company turned over $450 million last year. Why am I going to go run this place? I just pay him a few $1 million and get the shit that I want done anyway. So it may attract a better caliber candidate to that role if they did get paid $10 million.
You would think. You reckon? You would think
I
the
would hope.
person
I don't know.
doing put simply, that would be better use of the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think Australians would like it too much. I don't think it would be well received by the public.
yeah, but I think most of Australia is unaware.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I would say there is a level of unawareness that I have, like when it comes to this sort of stuff. But I would still think that I'm further ahead than most.
Oh, massively.
I just think most people have just got their head in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called? Emus, and they just don't have no clue what's happening,
Yep.
and no clue about And the biggest thing that woke me up, like opened my eyes to this, was the debt, the budget. You know what I mean? And when we actually look, you're like, hey, we're going backwards every single. This is gonna hit we're gonna hit a wall at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that though.
No, they don't.
Like it's not that far.
It's because you go outside and nothing's different.
No,
From the
everything's
time they announced the budget, from the days or weeks before the budget to now, nothing's different when you walk outside. You don't feel like there's less money circulating. The coffee's still $4.50, $5. Do you know what I mean? People are still working. The sun's still shining. The rain's still raining. Like the days are the days. That's why people don't see anything different. Okay, you go see certain things that are more expensive and whatnot, but ultimately you're exactly right. So that's entry level. What was it? Does it have what a premier was? Maybe half a mil if it's on that basis. And you confirmed the wage for life. What was that? Their pension?
Eligible former MPs receive an annual pension on leaving Parliament regardless of their age and can cash out all or part of it as a lump sum subject to Commonwealth preservation rules. She contributes 11.5% basic salary, blah, blah, blah. I know, she must have been there for ages though. I can't give you a dollar figure on what she'd actually receive. It depends on total years served, the specific officers held and for how long, and the current value of the basic salary portion.
Anyway, whatever it is, it's a good wicket. Better than what most get.
She's paid now. From the 1st of July, she was on 219K.
Okay.
So federal is country.
Yep.
And then this is state.
Mm-hmm.
She was on 219K, and the Premier receives additional salary of 244
So close to 500
between them.
Oh, is that between? Sorry, the Premier gets 244.
Oh, so it says from what she's paid now, from the 1st of July 26, the Victorian basic salary is 219,000, and the Premier receives additional salary of $244,000 plus an expense allowance of $66,700. That puts base plus loading at roughly $464. Okay, sorry, you're right. What? She's got an expense allowance of $1,000 a week. For what?
It's a lot of Uber Black.
Ubers.
Uber Black, not just the economy. Come on.
That's wild.
Come on.
Anywho. You say that you walk outside and things don't change. And just before we dive into the high performance thing, I think there's going to come a time, like, you know how we talk about the budget going backwards, and if you have no idea about the budget, I think you just look into it. I think when you look into it a little bit, it's slightly alarming.
You should go back to the episode we did on that, where we actually broke down each of the core changes on it.
Made a couple of errors, but it'll make sense. Sorry.
It's okay. You'll work it out.
But you know what's going to change the world, George?
What's that?
AI.
Come on.
Okay.
You've
Listen,
only said it. You've only said it once,
So-
so I don't know if it's true.
last week we had our webinar.
Mhm.
And we've been talking about this for a long time, but I think we're at the point now where people are starting to realize, like, oh, yeah, we're fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is
This is that real.
yeah. And hey, I said at the start of this year, I said to you, George, this is the year. Like, this is the one where we will start to see some stuff. Like, I'm telling you now, people's jobs by the end of 2026 would have changed. I can say the way I work now has changed. Okay. And we did this webinar and we had an unbelievable show rate. Unbelievable show rate for a webinar.
Mm.
So for people who don't know this stuff, okay, when you have a free event or a free, training, or when you give anything away for free, people tend to value it less. Okay, they tend to not take action. They tend to
Yep.
like they've got no skin in the game.
Absolutely.
I mean?
That is so true.
Oh,
We've seen it firsthand over the years.
and it's like it's across the board. You talk to anyone who does the same thing, they understand it. But people, when they haven't done this thing, they don't understand that, right? And this was the big flag. So we did the webinar, and we had, I think, like 550 people register Australia-wide. And I was accounting for, I thought, you know what, this is cold audience, meta ads. If we hit 20% show rate, that'd be fucking amazing. You know what I mean? 20%,
Yeah.
which would have been 100 people. We had 200 and something people show up. And I was like, okay, this has nothing to do. Like, I could sit here and say, I was all about the texts and the reminders. And
Yeah. They contributed.
of course,
Yeah.
you want to do everything you can. You want to
Absolutely.
tick the boxes. But we always do it, George.
Hmm.
We always do the text. We always do the
No.
reminders. We always do
I think that's more recent in the last 6 to 12 months.
what?
The text, the reminders, the follow-up, the...
Texts and reminders. I've always done them from day dot.
Yeah, you have. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking phone calls.
No, phone calls is the thing we added.
Yeah.
But text reminders, email reminders has
Yeah.
always happened from day dot.
Yep.
But we, I think it's registering for people.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
think
completely
people are
agree.
starting to understand now.
Yeah.
And say, "Oh snap!
Hmm.
Like
This is a real
this
thing.
is a real thing. Like, oh my god, the world is actually changing."
Well, the funny thing is we went to an AI event not long ago and you got me a ticket for it. And I'm sat down there next to you. I ended up leaving early. Not like it wasn't bad, but there was nothing there that I was like, it was more
There was no
stories.
substance. There was no
It was more
substance.
just people telling their experience of what they do. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not giving any educational content here of value or
There's
they
nothing-
didn't even sell anything.
No, there's nothing I
Yeah.
can take that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I ended up leaving because I had a few things to do, but you stayed till the end. And then, but even then I was thinking, okay, you're shitting all over them. I've seen your presentations,
Dude,
right? As
yeah.
far as what you're teaching and what you're giving your audience and what you're showing them, that's the sort of shit. If they showed at an event like that, people would have run to the back of the room and bought it 50 times over.
Yeah, I think people haven't worked out what it is that they can offer from it yet. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
right.
it's still super messy. It's like the my favorite analogy with this is, and I made a video on our performing ads, is like I say to people, like, you're not doing this now. I get it. Like, and hey, this is to you as well. Like, I get it.
I know.
I get it. You're busy. I understand. Fuck, I don't have time. But, and I'm not saying stop everything and do this, but you should allocate some amount of time. The same way you were busy in 2011 when someone told you to post photos.
Yeah.
And you were like, fuck, I can't, man. Like, I've got the emails, and you're like, you're constantly pulling yourself away from that thing that you think it might be a distraction now. And had you not did it at that time, you probably would have capitalized.
Yeah.
Like, if you created the YouTube channel in like 2009, or if you were posting,
Yeah, go back 10 years. Go to 2015.
yeah,
right?
even
when I first started my business 2015, if
Yeah.
I was posting
what you're
at the
posting,
capacity,
yeah.
at the intensity, at the everything now, and the quality, my life would be different. My life would actually be different. You'd have hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of followers, and that could be generating income for you, influence for you, a whole range of things for you. But the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is, most people don't do that because they do get caught up in that grind.
But yeah, so do you know what? This is what I think Gary Vee did really well.
I'm curious, do you follow Gary still? Is he
I don't have
leaning
social
into
media
AI
with
at
him.
all? Because I imagine that he would be the type that would be going very bullish on it. So I'm kind of, because I haven't seen much on it. He still does talk about the brand aspect of things and marketing and all that, but I would have thought he'd be leaning heavily into the AI space to help with the branding and marketing, mind you. But
I haven't seen anything ridiculous from him, but I don't watch much of his stuff. He's
Yeah,
a
me
lot.
either.
He's a lot. He's a legend.
yeah,
Just to be clear.
pioneer.
Yeah. But this is what he did in the social media. He saw the path early.
Yeah.
And he
Exactly.
was like, hey,
And that's what he's always been really
this is
good
the
at.
fucking thing. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. And very few people listened.
Mhm.
But those who did fucking capitalized.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's
it's
been
like-
wrong about things too, mind you.
Yeah.
He hasn't been, but he keeps trying things all the time, and he keeps giving it a go. He was so bullish on NFTs for the longest time, and I think still is. I think he still has this whole NFT range that he's harping on about. So whether or not that takes off again in the future, I don't know. But I don't think it did, and I don't think it will. But again, he gave it a crack, and if it pulled off, and everyone had NFTs right now, some of you don't even know what an NFT is, and if it did pull off, he'd look like an absolute genius. And if he hasn't, well, he's given it a crack and he can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, no, but see, you've only got to be right once.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality.
Yeah.
You know? If I say to you, what's the most famous chicken chop in the world?
The famous which?
Chicken chop, fried chicken.
I don't care. I don't care. I love it.
If you just said that, I would have been like, what are you, unhealthy? Dude,
Yeah,
he was wrong
KFC.
about a million things.
Yeah.
And then he was right about a chicken recipe at 60-something,
60
whatever it
something
is.
years old, yeah.
Like it's a great story, right?
Mm.
But I say that because I feel like many people are waiting to see what it is. And it's like, all right, show me how AI is going to get me. And it's like,
Yeah.
when you go through the mess and you take each step by step, not only are you ahead of everyone else, the same way the people posting on Instagram that didn't quite understand that they were going to get a brand deal in 3 years.
That's right.
They didn't have that. There wasn't that clarity of what an influencer might be.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you can go and UGC content. Like most people prior to 2020 had fucking no clue what UGC content was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we don't want to move until the whole path is paved. And it's like, when the path has been paved, you've missed your chance.
Yeah, it's already too late.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And yeah, I truly believe that people should just keep your finger on the pulse. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm living and breathing it, and I still go to other people's events and
Yeah.
because I just want to make
to see.
sure. Like, hey,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
if there's something here I
what if
don't
it's
know?
one little thing?
Do you know what I mean? I told you, I bought that AI program, went and
Yeah.
tried it. I'm like, let me make sure they're talking about this thing. Let me go see. Okay, yeah, cool. I kind of see what you guys are doing here, and I see what we're doing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool. So if you're listening to this and you're like, fuck, should have went to that event, we're going to be doing another one. That's how positive the response was. That's how positive it was, George. So we're going to be doing another one.
And surely that was a fluke, yeah?
Well,
That was a fluke that
time
you
will
got all
tell.
that.
Yeah, it must be.
Must be. It's the only logical explanation.
Must be.
But here's the thing, all right? Part of you getting to that point where you could have a successful online webinar where you have a huge turnout for a free event to have that many
big.
people.
Yeah,
is
for a
phenomenal.
webinar, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's right. So what was it? A 40% show rate?
More.
Yeah, 50, close to 50, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's wild.
That's phenomenal for a free event. And like, for guys, clarity's sake, you're all thinking, no, free. Heaps of people would rock up.
Yeah.
They don't.
They do not.
don't. We get over 500 registrations, 600 registrations for live events, and without a doubt, we can predict pretty close to the percentage.
We can at this rate predict to like within a few percent
Yeah.
of where we're going to be.
of how many people are going to be
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
room.
We're like-
and then further to that, how many people are going to buy a product.
Yeah. Like we've it's just volume, like just repetition.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But it's also, and this is one of the core elements of being a high performer is consistency. It's consistency. It's the unwavering belief that you will get better, even though you're going to fail along the way. And I love this quote, like winners will lose more than losers ever will, because they just keep trying and they keep trying. They find new ways of not doing something, and then eventually something sticks. And I'm going to use the event space just for the time being in this example. I was speaking to a lot of people that do events, and they're always like, no, it's, I was like, how do I go to have 200 people in a room? I don't want to wait 5 years to do it. I want to do it today. Like, how do I do it? What do I need to do? And a lot of them were saying, no, you've got to go through the process. It's going to take you 2, 3, 4 years. And at the time, I kind of didn't believe it. I was like, no, it's just money. It must be just ad spend. I'll get more people in the room. But it wasn't. There was such a huge combination of things that had to happen. And I'm glad I went through that process, because it has been, nearly 4 years now that we've been doing this. And it's like, you see from what the event that we did day one to what we're doing now, to the structure of the event, to how we're communicating with people, to the things we're actually teaching them. And people are coming there and they're like, yeah, we love it. We have so much fun. We learn something. We enjoy it. We come away. We want to come to the next training. But that only happened because I was consistent. We've had rooms where we've had 20 people in the room and still spent money on ads, still did everything we thought at the time was right. And we're like, fuck, how do we only get 20 people in the room? What was the point of coming to Adelaide, to Sydney, to wherever we went? And it can become discouraging.
100%.
It can become discouraging. You're putting in all this effort and all this work, and you're like, damn, only that many people. All right. But when you trust the process, when you continue and you have that unwavering belief, you will get to that level. That's a huge thing that you got to do when trying to achieve something great. It's the consistency. I was listening to a podcast last night, and they were talking about the Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix. I think it's called Notorious. He actually had a film crew following him and recording his fighting journey before he even signed a contract with the UFC. So he couldn't afford to feed himself, and he had a film crew filming him at the very start of his beginning, at the very beginning of his career, sorry. So what does that tell you? He had an unwavering belief that he was going to make it. So I want people to see me from day one in the trenches, training in this old ruggedy gym, to go and get a UFC contract. So he had that unwavering belief. He knew he was going to lose. He knew he was going to get punched in the face. He knew all these things were going to go against him, but he kept being persistent and he kept going.
Yeah. He also had a massive climb.
He did very quick.
Fast.
Yeah, very quick.
Very, very fast. But yeah, so I guess, what does it take? What's define? What's a high performer?
I think there has to be mental resilience as well.
What is it?
What is a high performer?
Yeah.
Well, I would say operating at levels that are above average.
That sounds almost
Achievable.
What? Sounds rude. Imagine.
I would say no, but
hold on.
Significantly above average. Like you're operating at a high level of efficiency in whatever element or aspect you're looking at. But in saying that, I think it's an excuse to just be good at one thing, as in operate high achiever, high operator in one element of your life. I think it has to be across the board.
Yeah. But so let me give you an example. So imagine someone came to a Builder Summit, which there's one coming up, by the way.
FYI.
Yeah. But imagine someone comes to the Builder Summit in Brisbane. So they haven't seen you for a couple of years. And they come to the Builder Summit, and then the whole event happens, and it's an amazing event. And you're like, that was great. And you see someone at the end and you say, what do you think? And they say, it was above average.
Yeah, I'd be upset.
Yeah. Of course you'd be upset.
I'd slap him right there and then.
Of course you'd be upset. Because I don't think that's the
it's you got to be operating at a high level comparatively to most other people. But
so okay, is that the definition?
I don't know if it's a definition, but you got to be operating at a high level of performance, I think. So, but is there a benchmark? I mean, it's different benchmarks.
This is
for
what
every
I'm
other
saying.
people.
Yeah, what is high?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to define that, I suppose, before you define anything else. Is it a level? Is it a number of money? Is it a monetary value? Is
Would
it
you say,
a
like,
level
is it-
of body fat percentage? Like, what is it?
Is it in the top percentile? Or
I think
two?
you have to be, yeah. I think it would have to. Like, if you're going to talk about elite people, then yes, they're in the top 1%. So whether it's sporting, business, health, whatever it might be, they're in the top 1%, those people.
The elites.
The elites, yeah. I mean, that's
This-
what
we're going
that's
down
the definition.
conspiracy-
That's the
conspiracy
definition
theories.
of, isn't it? Yeah. That's the definition of, like, they're in the top 1%. They are the ones that do everything extraordinary. Now, do you have a desire to be an elite? Like, do you have a
Everyone-
desire
yeah.
to be the top 1%?
I've got a desire to live my life to the fullest.
Yes,
That's my
I
desire.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
I will say also, there are certain things I've seen certain people do. So, like, there's stuff that I see. I'm like, if I've ever spoken to you about anything business wise, like, I'm a massive Hormozy fan. I will say there are things he does I'm not willing to do.
Hmm.
You know
I
what
agree.
When I look at it and I'm thinking, you know what, bro? Credit to you.
Hmm.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not that you
No,
can't.
no,
it's
no,
you
no.
don't want to.
yeah, I don't want to. Therefore,
I think there's a-
cannot.
Yeah, but there's a level of everything comes with a trade-off too.
Of course.
So whatever that element of whatever he's doing there, you may not be willing to trade that part of your life off to achieve that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And I think a lot of those 1%ers, like you look at Messi,
people at the
you know,
top of
like,
their
yeah,
field,
exactly. All these
you like
elite
Messi?
stock. I mean, yeah, like I don't have a poster of him on my wall.
Nah.
Nah,
Does your
No,
son?
probably
Your
should.
son plays soccer, doesn't he?
no, he plays AFL.
AFL. That's
Plays AFL. But I mean, even so, like, I admire people like that for what they do and what they've achieved.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot to admire about someone like that, and to operate at those like high levels and consistently deliver. He backs it up. He's got to be, like, again, one of the greatest of all time. And there's so many people that are in those categories. When you look at tennis, when you look at football or soccer or anything, whatever sport it might be, there's elite people in those levels. And they're the ones that, it's like Kobe back in the day. He was up at 4 a.m. training and doing 5,000 shots before anyone got to training at 7. And by that time at 7, he'd already done all his shots. He'd already done everything. And then he'd train intensively with his teammates at 7 and then go and do whatever he had to do. Like, he was that next level obsessed. I think that's one of the other things. There has to be almost a level of obsession. People view the word, in my opinion, obsession as a bad thing. I don't have a negative connotation with obsession. I think to be obsessed about something can be a really healthy and motivating thing.
Yeah. Do you think you have to like something?
Oh, no. No, I don't. I don't like going to the gym every day. I don't like, I'm trying to do 12,000 steps a day. I don't like doing it. Honestly, like, I go for a walk with a mate, which I enjoy, because we'll talk shit for an hour, and actually the walk goes a lot quicker. But even, I think it was Sunday night, I went for a walk and I got my 12,000 steps in, but I had to walk. I was listening to a podcast. I was keeping myself entertained throughout that time. But, you know, I would have much rather stayed at home, you know, and just watched TV and just chilled out after the shower. Like, but I got up, got the dog, went for a walk, because I want to have that level of health and fitness.
The dog would have been pumped.
I loved it.
The dog-
Loved it. Said, you want to go for a walk? And boom, let's go. Pumped. So yeah, I don't think you have to like it. No.
Yeah,
I think
don't
there's elements
believe
of it
that
not
either.
liking. I like winning. I like the feeling of being fit and strong and healthy. I like wealth. I like the success that comes with all of the things that I'm doing. But the actual task itself, not always, no. Sometimes I enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed walks before. All right.
That's good to know.
I won't run. I don't like running.
What is it? So, okay, do you classify yourself as a high performer?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah, like, what is it? Yeah, this is where I say to you, like,
I
you
can't
can
consider
compare
myself.
yourself.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and comparison's the thief of all joy. Like, who am I comparing myself to say no, that I'm not a high performer? Because comparatively, if you compare me to another builder, perhaps. You could say, well, George is a high performer. You could compare me to an athlete. Well, you'd say George is average.
Who's the highest performing athlete you've ever seen?
It would just in person and
Nah,
like shook his hand.
nah, just on the planet,
I don't know, man.
on this rock that we're floating in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And that everything
Who's-
matters so much.
Yeah, and everything we think everything is so important.
I mean, Usain Bolt comes to mind. That's pretty extraordinary what he did. He's still the record holder, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he is for the 100-meter sprint. That's pretty. Michael Phelps was pretty amazing on the world stage. You got like Ronaldo and Messi that we just said. Like, there's plenty in the conversation. Jordan, Kobe, James, LeBron James. Like, there's plenty of people in those conversations. Plenty of people. But so coming back to me being a high performer, I think there's elements of my life that I would say yes. There are elements that I would say no. And there are elements that I would say I'm working on. I'm working to be that high performer. Like, I'm in great shape. I'm not where I want to be physically, but I'm still strong. I've lost a fair bit of weight. I've kept the weight off and maintained it. I'm skinny fat, you know? So I'm skinny, but then I've got some bulges on the sides here and there that I want to try and clean up. Now, I know for me to do that, I've just got to increase my training. I've got to keep the steps up. I've got to be disciplined with the food. I've got to be hitting the gym 4 times a week. So I've got to make that a priority. And then I would say if I got to a body fat percentage of, say, 10%, 12%, wherever your six-pack shows, I would consider myself a high performer in that field. Because I think if you're in great shape in your 40s, I think you are in the 1%.
What's so you said you'd consider yourself in that field.
Yeah.
What are the other fields?
I'd say wealth, health, and business.
That's it. And well,
mental. So mental. I'd say my
so
mental, mental,
that falls
spiritual.
under
Yeah.
health.
So yeah, exactly. So health and spirituality, I'd say is one. I'd say my wealth would be another, and I'd say, business. They're the 3 sort of elements that I'm thinking out at the moment.
What about relationships?
I kind of classify that in health. I want healthy relationships. So I'm trying to, blanket everything. But yeah, relationships is hugely important. And, for me, that became more apparent post-COVID about relationships. I think before COVID, I was very much, not oblivious, but very focused, too one-dimensional.
What does that mean?
As in, I was too focused on work, or I was too focused on other elements of my life and not giving relationships enough attention. So that could be relationships with my partner, with my wife, relationship with my children, right? Because no, I'm the dad. I have to work. I have to provide. Well, no, you can do all of that. Like, who said that? I tell you who said that. It was like what I saw from my parents when I was younger. So subconsciously, and what society tells me, I'm the man. I need to provide. I need to go work hard, which means I can't be at home. The wife has to stay at home, do the dishes, clean my underwear, and feed the kids and make me food. Right? Have
those 4 things specifically.
All those
in that
just
order.
In that order. But do you know what I mean? We had those roles. Whereas now I'm so much more emotionally intelligent and aware of what I'm doing in my life. And I've realized during those COVID years, which is again, very difficult time, but very grateful for it because it highlighted areas in my life that needed to change and improve. And now it's like, well, for example, my kids, anything that my kids want to do most of the time with me, it's like a yes straight away. Hey, Dad, do you want to play Uno? Absolutely. Go get the cards. Because it's going to get to a time, and I know this, that they're not going to want to play Uno. I was out with someone the other day. We were at a cafe and we're talking about, like, they saw kids mucking around. I said, that's the greatest thing ever. You see these parents losing it at their kids and getting her, sit down and getting angry. I said, hey, one day they're going to be 23 years old and I promise you they're not going to be standing on the table. Like, lap that shit up. Enjoy it. Enjoy that stuff. It's part of the journey. It's part of the process. Laugh and smile and be happy that it's happening, because how lucky are you that you have healthy, properly functioning children that are jumping on a table and making a mess. So there was elements of that I needed to improve, and I did. And so I'm grateful for that aspect of my life, and I try to do that now still.
Was there a specific, like a tipping point?
Yes, for me, there actually was. I've told this story before in trainings, and I'm not sure if I've said it here, but there was a time where it was during the middle of COVID. I was unknowingly miserable, if that makes sense.
You're just going through it.
I was going through it. I remember thinking at the time, I'm fine. Like there's nothing wrong with me.
Take us back. COVID is a long time ago.
It
George.
was, yeah.
Tell us,
distant memory.
which part of COVID? There's multiple lockdowns. If you're listening to this and you're not from Melbourne,
It
you
was at
didn't
a time-
experience the same COVID.
No, you guys lived in paradise comparatively to what we had. It was during a time where huge lockdowns, like it was in the peak of lockdown. I had
21 or 20?
whatever. They all blurred, mate. I don't
Oh,
even know.
really?
I
You
don't
don't
even know. I couldn't even tell you at this point.
See, I've got a solid separation.
I'd say 20. It'd be the later.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I moved houses,
Mm.
and then so I had 2 different COVIDs, and then 2, I was interstate when the second COVID happened.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I was in Queensland,
Oh,
and Melbourne got locked down.
what a
dude.
life.
Yeah, and I was like, "Do we go back?"
No,
Do
why
we
would
not go-
you?
No, we finished the thing, and then it came back to lockdown. I
Yeah.
was like,
Why would you?
All right.
You'd stay up there. You should have just gotten a house and Airbnb the whole time you were
"I have
there.
a job."
Oh, did you? Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay, work at a cafe. Fix cars. I heard you're a mechanic.
I heard the same thing. I don't believe it.
So it was during the lockdown, projects were fucked. We couldn't get anyone on site. Clients aren't paying. Things are going up, losing money left, right, and center. Like just every day was a battle at work.
Bleeding.
Yeah, just bleeding. Every day was a battle. Like you're battling with subbies, you're battling with clients, you're battling with your employees, then you're battling with your own fucking mental capacity. Then you've got to come home and you're just mentally drained from the day. And I remember the tipping point for me was I was sitting on the couch and I was having a cup of tea and I was watching TV. And my son was playing with his iPad, like he was recording himself playing and acting like Superman or Spider-Man or something on his iPad. And in the background, you could see me. I was sitting on the couch and I was overweight. I was probably 90 kilos, thereabouts, 89, 90 kilos, 91 kilos, something like that. So I was overweight. For my size, that's heavy. For my height, that's heavy. Had a cup of tea. I was just watching TV. Just blank expression on my face. And my son's like mucking around, laughing, jumping. And I'm like, Stevie, can you just be quiet, please? Can you just stop? All right. I'm just trying to relax and watch some TV. And in the moment, I thought nothing of that. Didn't even think about it again for like weeks upon weeks upon weeks. And then one day I was at home. It was a weekend, again, during the lockdown. I grabbed his iPad. And I was looking at his photos because he filmed himself. I'm like, oh, this is cute, that's cute. And I came across that particular video. And I saw myself in the background as he was playing, being Spider-Man, doing what I was doing, laughing, being so cute. And mind you, he was like 4, 5 years old, so still really cute. And I zoomed into myself, sitting on the couch, and I'm there, just sitting on the edge. And I just looked fucking miserable. And but what pissed me off...
How long after did you see it?
Maybe like 3-4 weeks, something like that.
Oh, so pretty fucking recent.
Yeah.
Well, so you're still in the thick of it.
Yeah, we're still in COVID. All right. And I was looking at that. I remember going, fuck, is that what I look like? Is that what I look like? And not just being a little bit overweight. It was, I looked miserable. My facial expression, there was
Just
like
looked
no joy. I
soulless.
was just, like I was pale. I just looked tired. I looked exhausted. I looked broken. Okay. And then I saw myself say, Stevie, can you just please be quiet? And I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. I looked at myself and I was just cursing that person on the screen. Okay, you should have been getting up and playing with your son and pretending to be a superhero or a baddie or whatever it was going to be. But instead, a baddie.
A baddie?
Well, I don't know. What are they? What are they called? Villains?
Okay.
Goodies and baddies?
All right. I would love to know what people think.
Did I just say something I shouldn't? Is a
don't
baddie
know.
something else? Is that like
I'm
a
not sure.
bad girl or some shit?
I got no idea.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not up with the slang, guys. Come on.
He's 40.
I'm 42 now. Anyway, so I should have been playing with him. Instead, I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself. Okay, granted, everything was fucked. Everything was hard in my life. Well done. How lucky are you that you get to have those problems? All right. My children don't deserve that. My partner doesn't deserve that. They don't want to come home and me sit down to my 4-year-old and explain to him how this client's not paying us, how Daniel Andrews has locked us up, how all of these things happened. He doesn't care about that. He's happy to see me come home. And he goes, Dad, like, I want to play with you. This is great. I've been waiting all day for you to come home. Now you're finally home and I get to have the best part of my day. And I walk in like a miserable piece of shit. All right. And that was a turning moment for me, massive turning moment for me. And from that point on, I was like, cool, that guy's dead. We're going to kill him. And now is the rebirth. So ever since that moment, I've made it a huge change in my life to just be present more so, first of all. And then that's as well when we started doing a lot of the coaching stuff. And that's during that time I met you as well, a little bit earlier than that. But like we'd started to do all of those sorts of things, and I started to change my life around because I realized that I also needed help in areas of my life. And I wasn't going to learn it for myself because all my experiences pre that date were just experiences I had through work, through relationships, through parents, through everything, through culture that brought me to this point, and I needed to change moving forward. So I did, invested a lot of money in my own personal and professional development, became better, became more present. And now I would consider myself a high-performing father. I would, because now I engage with my children. I'm always active in their sports. So I coach my son's football team. I go to his every single training. I go to every single football game. I'm there. We're coaching the kids. We're involved. So now he's going to grow up not thinking, oh, my dad used to be that guy that was working every Saturday. Because no, Dad was at every game and he was coaching. Every single game he was there. And he will have those memories, and I'll have those memories as well. Present, loving, supportive father and husband. So that was a huge change for me. And not to say there's areas that I still can't improve, because I think you can always improve. But I would consider myself high performing, and I'm grateful, even though as much as I hate that guy I fucking hate him with a passion. Like honestly, more than anyone else, I hate that guy. But I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad I killed him because he needed to go out of my life. And now what's left is the better version of myself in that area. For me, moving forward now, I had a huge emphasis on my health and fitness as well post that time. And that's just continued on. And I'm still working on that. Like I still have aspirations by Christmas time this year, another 4 or 5 months, another 5 months, say, I'll be at 12 to 10% body fat. Why not? Can do it. There's plenty of time to do that. So that's another thing. And if I got to that point and we get to, we've said this in a very early podcast, we always go on a family holiday to Noosa, and we stay at the RACV club. And I made a comment a little while ago on this podcast where I was like, every single dad there was fat and overweight. They're all fat. They've all given up. They're all in their late 30s, 40s. They've all got kids. They've all got pot bellies. They're all out of shape. They've all got their misses, probably looking the same sort of thing as well. Right? No one's overly healthy and fit and strong. They're all just average because they all buy into that. So none of those are high performance. So I want to go there and be like, take my top off and go, cool. Do you want me to grate some cheese on my abs because I'm that ripped?
What does it mean to you? Why is it important for you to be a high-performing father?
Because I want my children, your kids will always see what you do, not what you say. That they will pick up on the habits. And that's so true because I think I get my work ethic from my father. I remember him from a very young age getting up super early, like when it's dark, and then he would come home when it's dark. And he was always tired when he came home, but he would always, he'd always say hello and have some time with us, but he would always get up the next morning and do the exact same thing every single time. So I got my work ethic from him subconsciously. And then I want the same thing to happen to my children. They're seeing me get up and go for a walk when I don't want to. They see me go to the gym when I don't want to. They see me getting up, going to work when I don't want to. They see me being present. They see me being respectful and loving to my wife and to friends and to other family members. That's why I want to be. And I want to be in fit, strong health as well and have a great body, because when I take my top off at the beach, they go, wow, my dad's really strong. He's not fat like all the other dads, right? They might not think that. They're not going to ever think that. They're not going to go, oh, dad's a little bit overweight. They're never thinking that. Children don't think like that. They see it though. And they will remember the times they go, wow, dad was actually really strong. So that's the main reason why I do that. Those two elements.
If someone's listening to this and, I'm going to take a punt here and say, many people that listen to this would have kids also.
I think that's a fair
assumption. They might be feeling a certain way right now. they might be like, fuck, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
100%. They would if you have any aspiration of being better, some people might not. Some people might be happy just drinking beers. You know, they're pumped for the weekend where they can sink 10 beers at the pub or just at home. They might be pumped for that. And like, I don't care. I'm fat. I'm 40. I'm over it. I just want to live my life. Yeah. They buy into it. They're just comfortable.
But what would you
But
say
I think
to
a lot
the
of people wouldn't want to be there either.
Yeah. So the person who doesn't want to be there is who I'm alluding to now.
Mm.
Because the person who wants to be there has probably skipped this episode already. So if you're still listening, well done. What would you say to that person though? Like, you know, you probably got someone feeling a little bit shit right now and thinking, fuck man, like he's right. I'm not showing up for my kids. Or, you know, I am that dad that gets home, sits on the couch, cracks open a beer and says, shh, man, fuck, like I've had a busy day,
Yeah, that's right. Or like you might be getting home and working because you're so busy. All right. And just like that's bad as well because then you're still not present. They might be sitting on your lap whilst you're typing a quote or doing a invoicing or whatever it might be. But, you know, still missing out. You're still missing out on the things. I would say this. You actually know what you need to do. Deep down, you know the things that you need to do to get better in whatever element of your life that it is that you want to improve on. You know the items. And just think about if there was an exact replica of you and he was your arch nemesis and he knew everything about you. He was the exact copy of you. And all he had to do was the things that you're not doing to beat you. Work on those things. The other person that knows that if he just does these things, he's going to beat you. That's all he has to do. He just has to do the things that you're not. Then he's going to win. You know the answer. You already know the answer. If it means you have to stop drinking, stop fucking drinking. Go out on a weekend or to a friend's house and say, hey, can I give you a beer? Say, no, thanks. I'll have water. Give me a Coke Zero. All right, I'm not drinking.
Zero's great.
Yeah, so good. So good. But it's like, I'm not drinking. Oh, well, what's wrong with you? Come on, just have a drink. No, I'm not drinking, dude.
Do you think
drinking.
Australian culture, like, I don't know, maybe, you know, like the pub on the weekend or the pub after
It's
work,
very cultural.
especially
Drinking is a very cultural thing.
in the construction space, specifically, like, you know, Friday pub with the boys. We used to even do it as mechanics.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to go to the pub after work, and you'd go because it was like a social
It was
thing.
social, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is so socially acceptable to drink in this country that if you don't drink, people think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
People actually, like, if you say, no, I'm not drinking. Oh, what? Like, you used to be an alcoholic. Like, what is it? You're obviously dieting. Or like, there's something wrong with you to insinuate that you don't want to drink. Just, Muslim, can't do it.
Yeah.
George, you're Greek. It's like, no, I'm converting. Converting. So there is a huge stigma with that. But again, if you want to be better than the average, because what does everyone do? They go to the pub on the weekend. They go to the pub after work. If you want to be better than all of those people, go to the pub, have a Coke, have a soda water, do something like that. Have one drink.
You just
Don't have 15.
There's a bunch of people listening to this now shaking their heads saying,
That's fine. Go do that shit. Go be like, honestly, dude, you're a fucking loser. Like, what do you want me to say? I'm not going to be your friend. Okay? You are going to lose and continue to do, like, go do that. You do you. I'm not going to stop you. I ain't even going to talk bad about you. Just know that I'm coming for everything that you want. Everything. And then when you look at me on camera and you go, look at this show pony, look at this bloke, look at this thing, look at what he's doing, and look at this podcast, bro. All right, because I hear, oh, you duds. I fucking hear you. I hear the stories. Okay. People, like, I'll be on a construction site and the workers are talking to my employees saying, oh, George is just a podcast bloke, or George just does it. You got no idea the stuff I do in the background. This is 1 hour of our day, of our week, that we manage to sit down in our office that we have acquired and set up our own actual room in. 1 hour a week that we do above and beyond what everyone else is doing in this space.
yeah.
All right. So many people say we're in the fucking elite. We're not even in the 1%. We are in the 1% of the 1% when it comes to podcasts. Okay. We are in the elite space. Have we got 50,000 downloads a week? No. Will we get it? We're documenting the journey. Just watch this space. Every single week since we have started, we have not missed it. We're up to episode 160,
48.
48,
47?
Cool.
46?
something like
Something
that.
like that.
Nearly 150 weeks in a row. How many years is that straight?
Will be turning
50. It's nearly 3.
cracking into the 4th year
Yeah, there you go.
in a few months.
Oh, the 4th year.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's going to be year
So
4.
we're nearly 4.
Year 4, so we'll
Right,
start.
straight. That's straight every single fucking week.
Mm.
All right. So
Never
that
missed.
is that
never
is-
missed, never repeated.
That's right. Never missed, never repeated.
Yeah, never played back an old episode.
So-
we might.
but,
But
that's the,
to date,
hey,
dude, we haven't.
But even then, the episode still came out. Effort still went into making sure that weekly episode come out, even if it's a recap over the last 4 years, whatever that is, whatever happens. But what I'm saying is we've made a commitment to do this. We've stuck to it. We've gone as far as getting a whole podcast studio set up. We've got the equipment. We've got the editors. We're paying for this. This costs money. And we're still doing this, and it still builds brand, and it still does everything we need it to do. So there's a huge tick in that element of our life. But you're still complaining about how you don't have enough time in the day. Well, you do. You said it before this podcast that, hey, you need to do this. I'm like, you're right. Sometimes you need an accountability person in your life. Okay. Whether it's a friend, a coach, a mentor, someone that holds you up against your shit.
I said you need to do this.
Yes. Yeah.
That was right.
I'll tell you in a sec. Stop interrupting. You can have a
kind of
friend,
remember that.
a business partner, whoever it is. And like, that's great because you aren't afraid to hurt my feelings. I'm not afraid to hurt yours.
I look forward to it.
I get upset when you don't.
What did I-
And it's
what was the
about
thing?
this AI stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, hey, you're one of the people I'm
Yeah,
doing this
I'm like-
for free, George. I'm not even fucking charging you. I'm doing this for you for free so I can get the runs on the board. Now, if
Yeah.
you don't want to
And
do
I'm
that,
like,
George,
hurry
totally
the fuck up.
fine. Hurry up because I've got 15 other people that are lining up. So you're like, dude, you are absolutely right. I'm going to go out and get a PC now.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
So I can
drop
give
it
it
off
to
in
you.
my thing,
I'm just
yeah.
going to give it
Like,
to you.
yeah.
It's going to go, here it is. It's not Apple though. You're going to be upset.
No, it's going to be Apple.
That has to be Apple.
Doesn't have to, but I'd really like it if it was. No, it doesn't have to.
Tell me, like, I've never had Apple before, ever. This is weird, yeah? Am
This
I
could be
weird?
the moment. This could be the
This
moment.
could be the moment. It could be the
This could
moment.
be the turning
Oh,
point.
God.
No, I'll
Yeah, so I'll get
do
one.
some
I'll get one
research
for
and
you.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me. If I have to get one, I'll get one. But regardless.
You do have to get one. You
No,
for-
as
for
in, do I have
this-
to get an Apple? If I have
Oh.
to get an Apple.
I don't think so.
I prefer not to because all my shit's on PC,
Yeah,
everything.
I'm pretty sure it should be fine.
So regardless, but yeah, sometimes you need accountability because I'm so busy with everything going on and it's not at the forefront of my mind. So I need someone to come in and says, hey, do this. That's why I pay for a PT. I've been paying for a PT for the last 2 years, almost 3 times. I've actually just pegged it back now because I wanted to train on my own.
Do you
But-
see value in paying for a PT?
I do, yes. For
I
me,
think PTs are wildly expensive.
oh, it was. I was paying, to give full disclosure, $1,000 a month. I'm paying
Yeah.
this bloke
How many sessions?
3 times a week.
Yeah. So you're paying $250 a week.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's not bad.
It's not too bad.
Dude, I was using someone once, I was telling like $120 a session.
Yeah, but
and I'm like,
I've been consistently with him, and he's fantastic. Like, shout out to Jordan. He's the best PT I've ever had in my life, and he's so knowledgeable. And the reason I went with him is because he was elite. I stood there at Good Life Gym, and I saw a wall of people. He was the only one that had a really good physique. He was big, he was strong, and he was fit. And I went on there and I grabbed his business card and I called him up, said, hey, do you want to do this? And he was like, yeah. Sure. Saw on his Instagram page, the guy's shredded. And not only that, he taught me how to lift properly. When I was young, I used to lift heavy because I was young, full of testosterone, strong, fit. I used to lift heavy, but I was using the completely wrong technique. And that makes a huge difference. Huge difference with how you're lifting stuff. When I'm doing squats, with when I'm doing bench, like shoulders back, all these. He's telling me all the little things. I was lifting less weight because I was doing it properly. Whereas now I'm actually building the strength in the areas that I need to build it in. But I needed a coach. See, the reason I got PT 3 times a week was because I needed someone to keep me accountable to keep going to the gym. Because I knew that I would make the meeting here or the work here more important than my personal health. So I needed to pay someone so I was accountable to go there each and every time. Because I told him, I said, I need you to do me a favor. He's like, what? Do not give me money back if I miss a session. It's yours. Don't give it back to me because I need to be annoyed. If I miss a session, I need to know that session, you got money, you got paid for free. So I told him, don't give me the money back if I miss the session. And I didn't. I've missed sessions before, right? I had something on, meeting, whatever it might be, but I'd reschedule if I could, and it worked with him. But I needed that in my life personally. So if you're listening to this and you're wanting more, and let's just use your health for example, go find a person to walk with. Go find a gym to join. Go and speak to a PT. Go and do an online course. Go and do something that you can be accountable for. Some people don't need the PT. Some people will just give me the program, I'll follow it. I'm really disciplined. Great.
Yeah.
Go do that.
You know what else works sometimes? Sometimes just changing your environment.
Oh, huge.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
just
Go to a different gym.
Go to a different gym, change what you're doing,
Yeah.
change the way you're training,
Mhm.
change, how you work.
Yeah.
Change.
Maybe go try something different. Go do yoga. Go do hot and cold plunges. Go do all that sort of stuff. Go do something completely different. You might even enjoy it.
You might enjoy it.
Which the cold
The cold
plunge? Yeah, there's a place in South Melbourne opening up called Soak. Have you heard of it? On Clarendon Street. Looks sick. We should go. Are you still
Soak?
joined up at
Nah.
even the other one on Bay Street?
No.
Oh, yeah, we'll check this one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's
buy
cool.
one.
Oh yeah, that's cool
Yeah, I'm
too.
just gonna buy one, set up
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, yeah.
It just
If you got the
seems-
space,
I can just set it up in the garage or whatever.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah.
think you can put them indoors. They're too wet.
Yeah.
Like it's a big bathtub.
mm.
You're not gonna put it in a bedroom.
You can get one of those like inflatable outdoor ones, or even those fixed
Yeah, yeah.
ones.
Those
outdoor
big,
ones. Yeah,
those big inflatable.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty solid.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
And then you can get the infrared sauna as well. Put that in your garage too. That'd be
yeah,
cool.
it'd be sick.
It'd end up probably being cheaper than going and spending money at these places
100%.
anyway. But yeah, there's that element of your life. And I would say start focusing on one thing. You don't have to change everything tomorrow. You don't have to go on a strict 1,500 calorie diet. Like just build up to it. Just make the decision that, hey, I need to make this change. And if it's a relationship thing, well, have a conversation with your partner saying, hey, what do you think? When you see me come home in the morning, like at night, what is your reaction of me? Like, do I look happy? Do I look sad? Like, what do you think? How do you think I interact with the kids? Like, what is your honest opinion? And then that person will probably tell you, hey, yeah, I understand you're just hard. You're just so hard at work and all this sort of stuff. They're going to protect you. But sometimes you don't need protection. You need to be called up on your shit. And that's really important. So if you need some guidance in that, go speak to a therapist. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think an outside perspective is always
An outside perspective. Exactly right. Exactly right. And then business as well. Business is hard. Not many people go to a school to learn about running a business. Now, yes, there's MBA degrees and all this sort of shit. But, man, running a business and going and learning about it at TAFE or uni or doing a course is chalk and cheese. Completely different stuff. So if you can go grab a mentor, if you can come to a builder summit.
There's too many things you get kicked in the face for that no one.
Yeah,
can
no one's ever going to tell you
prepare
that
you.
stuff. And most of the time, the people teaching you at these tertiary education places have never run a business. They just read it in Business 101 book.
Business for Dummies.
Business for Dummies.
I bought that book.
Did you? It's a good book?
Mm,
For a dummy?
mustn't be a dummy.
Mustn't. So that's where I would focus, guys. And I think start with your health. Just
Yeah,
start there.
For sure.
I would start there. Even if your business is, struggling at the moment, like you can still do stuff in your business, but start with your health. Go for the walk. Go and do some bit of activity. Get stronger, because then you'll be more clear of mind when it comes to the business stuff.
That's that.
What about you? Are you a high performer, RC?
Yeah, I've got my definition of elite. You referred to elite before, and I've always had this definition of elite of like you can be a high performer in a field, but to me this is just my own way of looking at it, the way I like to define it. If you're a high performer, let's just say for example, someone who might do something really well, like one thing ridiculously well. Dave Chappelle, my favorite example. It's like he's a high performer in the comedy world. That always working, does, one of the funniest guys out there, whether you like him or not. That's up
Lots
to you.
of money.
Yeah, he's made lots of money, super famous. But then like he's unhealthy, smokes, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, cool. Like you're a high performer in this field, but you're not elite. Do you know what I mean? I think someone who's elite is kind of like they've got all their bases kind of covered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's finances or business or relationships or, mindset or emotion, what else is there? Health, wealth,
Yeah.
and everything in between. Yeah. Kind of have all bases covered.
Yeah.
Like I would look at someone like I like LeBron James. I think I'm a big LeBron James fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to the Sixers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Massive. But yeah, I would say he is elite. Would I say I am elite now? No.
Do you think you're working towards it?
Yeah, I think I'll always be working.
Yeah, and that's how I
towards
feel too. I wouldn't classify myself as the 1%. I think there's elements that I do that are part of the 1% for sure. But I wouldn't say I'm elite across the board. And I'm working towards it every single day. And that's what I think is important. Every single night with my kids, we do this one thing, which I love. And it's like we'll do, before they go to sleep, say, what are you grateful for? What do you love about yourself? What do you want to improve on? And what's one of your goals? And one of the things I always say for myself when I'm doing, because we all have our own turn, I say, I love that I don't give, the thing I love about myself is I don't give up. And I continue to say that, and I believe it wholeheartedly. One of my handbands that I always wear that we've made at Builder Elite, which if you come to a Builder Summit, I might even give you one, says unstoppable. All right, because it's a core value of mine, and I genuinely believe that nothing's going to stop me. No matter if I fail, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll go again. We'll do it different. We just found out a way not to do something. Let's go out and execute and do it all again. So I feel that I'm on the journey of becoming the elite.
A high performer.
High performer.
There's a good book. Actually, it's called the High Performance Habits.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read it?
I haven't read that one, no. I've got Atomic Habits.
Yeah, I haven't read that. Is that good?
I've got that. I haven't read it.
I've heard a lot of people say it's good, but I haven't read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's by Brendan Burchard. Do you know, have you ever seen any of his stuff, Brendan Burchard?
Probably.
He's like an early, he doesn't really, I don't think he does anything now.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't see him, haven't seen him for years.
Mm.
I reckon if you saw him, you'd recognize the face. And yeah, he wrote this book called The High Performing Habits. And it's like the 6 core areas of, they did like a study across a whole bunch of people who were high performing in their field of expertise.
Mm.
And they narrowed it down to like six categories. Yeah, decent book.
Might check it out.
Read it many moons ago. But I think you just got to pick one, dude.
Mm.
You've just got to
Absolutely.
pick one and start with that and be like, cool, man, like this right now, this one thing is the thing I'm going to focus on, and
Yeah.
yes, I'm going to fix this and that later. But right now, like this is,
Yeah.
the number one priority on that list.
That's important, is focusing on one thing, not 10 things. Because when you start to try and fix 10 things at once, you just fix 5% of everything and nothing gets fixed. So I reckon it's very important to narrow down going, well, what is the one most important thing I want to focus on right now? Because I've had times where my priorities have changed. I've had times where I'm like, you know what? I need to focus on work this week. I can't actually train. I can't afford to train because I've got to meet this deadline for a tender. I've got to do this. I've got to prepare for this event. I have to be at a meeting tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. or I have to get this report out. So I can't go to work to the gym tomorrow. So I've got to prioritize my work. You're going to prioritize things at the right time, but I think it's always important to focus on the thing that's going to give you the most impact and ROI at the time.
Yeah. Also on that, I read this thing from Stephen. I can't remember if I read it or watched it but I heard it somehow. Stephen Bartlett, the Diary of a CEO, and he says this thing. He goes,
Second best podcast.
Second best podcast. He says this thing, and he goes, he constantly has to remind himself that if he doesn't make time to work out now, he will make time for sickness later.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
So
and
true.
I was like, dude, like, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
Like that is fucking brilliant.
I don't know if I said this last time. I've been to 3 funerals in 1 week. Last week.
I think
I can't remember if I said it on the podcast. I might have told you. 3 funerals in 1 week. One was an uncle. One was family friend. And my wife's godfather. And went to those 3 funerals. They were all old age, which is great. All right. But I knew all of them. And I know for a fact that each and every one of them was paying in sickness. They weren't in health. They were paying because they never did. And this is prevalent in that generation too. There was never that whole, hey, go look after yourself and go to the gym and get strong and, make sure you have healthy mind, body, and soul. Like that wasn't existent back then. It was no work in the factory, don't wear a dust mask, do what you're going to do, get the job done, go home. So that's fine. But now we have the opportunity where we have the technology, we have the knowledge, we have the skills, we have the ability to go out and do these things. And it's really important to look after your health because another huge, this probably came more as a consequence as I got older and my kids got older, is I wanted to be a grandfather that is the one that stands up and plays with his grandkids whilst my, the in-law is sitting in his wheelchair or just weak and pathetic.
You already don't like him, huh?
I already don't like him. No, but in the sense of, hey, just relax, mate. Sit down. I've got this. I'll play with the grandkids.
Sit down, old fella.
I'm not going to, hey, I'm not tired. You want to run around the block? You better keep up. Even now, I joke with my son. He's 12. I hold him down with my left hand, my less dominant hand. I hold him down on the couch and I just put a bit of pressure there. I hold him down and he's just laughing and giggling. I said, hey, I just want you to know that's my left hand. I want you to know why I go to the gym. He's like, why? I go to the gym so I can be as strong as humanly possible for as long as humanly possible so that one day when you are 15, 16 years old and you try to step up to the plate, you just give me a little nudge as you walk down the hallway, you're going to run. You're going to run like you're on fire because I'm going to catch you and I'm going to belt the shit out of you. And you're going to remember next time you try and nudge me.
Keep him on check.
Keep him in check. One day he's going to pass me.
Yeah, that's inevitable.
He's going to pass me. But for the longest time, he's always going to think twice. All right. So we've got that little joke going on with him. But aside from that, when my kids have kids, I'm going to be fit, strong, and healthy enough so that I can play with them and that I can do everything I need to do. And it's never going to be a hindrance for me to go on the holiday, to get up, to go for a walk, to do anything I need to do. I'm never going to be that guy. So that was another motivating factor for me to get fit and strong today so that in 40 years' time, I'm fit and strong again. It's a lifestyle change. That's what it's ultimately.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing most people need to.
Yeah, come to terms with. This isn't my summer body.
This isn't 6 months.
I'm not going to just get ready for Noosa and then, back in the day, you get ready for summer days. For those of you that went out to summer days and went to the festivals.
And that's the downside to like these programs like 75 Hard.
Yeah.
It's like it's good in the moment,
Yes.
but then it's like you haven't learnt something. It's not a way to live. You know what I mean? Unless you're like, Andy Frisella and then you do that. He does like 5 a year or whatever. And it's like, cool, man. Like that works for you. I don't think there's that many times you can't do that. But like he does like 3 a year or
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'd love to speak to someone about this. So hey, if you're in the peptide space, I'd love to have you on the show. I'd love to just have the conversation. So if you're in the peptide space and using them, bringing them in, doing something, get in touch with us. I'd love to have a chat. But let's just say there's a peptide out there. No, I don't. No. Yeah, can't you tell?
Huh?
Can't you tell?
No, do you want?
Do I want to?
Yes.
Look, I don't. No, I don't do it. I wouldn't do it purely because I just don't know. From probably more of a fear aspect than anything else. I know people do them. I know people that do them. But
it is such a trend at the moment.
Oh, massively. And is that what it is? And it's like, is there, look, I've heard positive things. I've heard negative things. And I just don't know what to believe. So the best thing for me is just don't use it until it's clinically proven, until there's proper science behind it. So I'm just going to leave it for the time being because there's all the theories that the government don't want you to use it because they can't tax it. And, they don't want people to get skinny because they make less money off healthy people. And you know what I mean? All that sort of bullshit. And then you hear people saying, oh, it's also dangerous. And then you hear people saying this is the greatest thing to human health in the last 200 years because now we know they no longer need to go to the doctor. We know we're always healthy. We're this. And I've heard lots of stuff. So I'd love to have a chat. But would you be a high performer if you're taking peptides? In the sense of if it's helping you lose the weight, you're kind of cheating? Or do you feel that you need to go through?
What is it that defines as cheating?
Let's just say.
So if you're eating organic food and I'm not, are you cheating?
Well, this is what I want to say. If there's an easy way to do things, exactly, are you cheating or do you need to struggle to get the result? Do you feel that the struggle is required in anything, not just in working out, in business? Do you need to struggle to learn the lesson so you can be tougher mentally and more resilient in business in the future? Or is it better for you to pay a mentor or pay someone and say, hey, tell me how to do this so I don't make this mistake?
It just depends on what your goal is. I don't think you need to struggle,
Okay.
but I think the sweetest. Fuck, I don't know what the saying is. Is a saying here something along the lines of like, the sweetest berry is the one you have to wait the longest for. Or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
And if it's not, it is now. That's a great saying.
It's something. That's
point.
not it, but it's something along those lines. Like the most rewarding outcome are the ones that we had to work the hardest for.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it
but
is.
also if you could make $20 million tomorrow and work really hard and it be self-made, or you can make $20 million tomorrow and it's in your bank account,
Yeah. So
you know,
to answer that question, I would take the 20 million in the bank account every single
every single
fucking
day,
time.
every single day.
Every single
Without
time. They're like,
even
nah, I'd rather
hesitation.
earn it. I'm
No.
like, that's great. You're an
No.
idiot.
Yeah. Speed matters. Like, honestly, guys.
Why would you wait?
Why would
but
you-
didn't
why
get
would
the
you
lessons.
struggle?
But if this was my goal,
I'd-
if the money was my goal, fuck the lessons.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go on a journey separately and do lessons, go great.
Use that money.
But
Go for a journey.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It'll
Yeah.
be more comfortable. You
Pay
can go
someone.
first class.
yeah, that's 100%. Like
Yeah.
I would every single time. If that's your goal, if that's the goal, if you're doing this for
Yeah.
financial benefit, and then you say, I won't take the money.
Okay, so
You're
then in
stupid.
that instance, let's just say peptides are all approved, all good to go. This is the weight that you're going to lose the most weight. If your goal is to be in fantastic shape, 10% body fat, then it's crazy not to take peptides then, wouldn't it be? Or any other enhancing product.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I don't think that any of
I don't-
those
I-
products
just to be
come
clear.
without effort anyway. I think you
Yeah.
still got to go and work out and go to the gym. It's like steroids. You could take steroids and not work out and it's not
Nothing
going to do
out
anything for you.
The other thing I just add, I don't know enough about peptides. But
Me either.
you know what? I'll tell you what puts me off them.
Hmm.
Everyone's using them. And then you're like, dude, like I know people who don't train at all and they're using peptides. And I'm like, you don't do anything. Like you don't even go for a walk. And they're like, yeah, but you don't need to. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's
it.
that's dangerous.
Yeah. It's like the Ozempic as well. People were taking that, the diabetes drug, but taking it because of the weight loss benefits. But the thing with that is you were also losing muscle mass. And people were becoming more weak and frail. Yes, they're lighter, but they're becoming more weak and frail at the same token. And again, that's why I wouldn't take anything like that. I do also, I would be lying if I was remiss to say, like, I like the journey. I like the struggle too, in the sense of I would,
Yeah, but George,
I would
George,
be, I don't know. Yes, I know he's
Magic
saying.
pill here.
Yes, I will take it. Give it to me now.
Magic pill,
But-
get you where you want around now.
Yeah.
You say,
But at the
nah.
moment, there isn't that magic pill doesn't exist.
No, but
At the
right
moment.
now it's not a magic pill. It's just supplements. It's things that are going to help you do
Oh,
that.
I know. Take supplements.
No, but so what's peptides? It's a supplement.
Yes, it's one that's
Just
not.
because it's illegal.
That's right. Well, not even. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it works. That's why. And
So
again,
because
it's not.
Jacinta Allen said you can't have peptides.
well,
you're sitting
anything
here-
she says, like I'm upset she's
Just-
no longer with us.
Yeah, clearly.
Let's get her on the podcast.
Huh?
Let's get her on the podcast.
Give her a call.
I'll give her a job.
I'll
Give her a job. Maybe she can do. Bring some corruption my way. Give me some contracts.
Get some
$13 million
bronze.
bins.
some bronze plaques.
Yeah, she give me some more $13 million bins to build. I reckon I could do that for her.
Fuck, I'd fucking do it.
We can do it together. You can do all the marketing for it.
Yeah, but on that note, I think just pick one. If you've been listening to this and you need to focus on a particular
Mhm.
core element, I think just pick one. Pick something that will give you the biggest change in the shortest period of time, because I think getting momentum helps. When you start
Rack the
losing
wins.
weight, you start losing weight.
Oh man, it's
Like you
great.
lose
It
6-7
feels good.
kilos, you start losing.
Oh.
You're like all of a sudden you're up and about.
Yeah, it's so true.
what I mean?
And
It's just
even now, I
momentum.
feel great. Like I'll put tops on, and like I look good in a t-shirt because I've got some shape now. And it's like, okay, that's great. The clothes fit better. I feel better. I feel more confident, believe it or not, in all aspects of my life. And like I was joking around the other day. It was summer. It was when it was the warmer months, a few months back. And we were at some school fete, and I said to my wife, like, look at everyone. And she's like, what? Okay, everyone's fat. Like, I feel like I could fight everyone here right now. I know I'd win.
at the same time.
At this, like, line up, all of you. I'll take multiple ones at the same. But like, we're joking, but there was an element of, well, I can back it up now.
We're definitely
Back it up.
overfed as
Yeah.
a society.
Yeah. The things are just easy. It's comfort. The comfort is a killer. Get uncomfortable, guys. Get uncomfortable. And that's, I promise you, every high performer, every elite person in this world is uncomfortable. All right? They got to carry the boats. They got to do all those things. You don't have to go as extreme as
What happened to
Goggins.
that guy?
I haven't heard about him for a little while.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
I'm sure he's probably doing a triathlon or something somewhere and telling everyone about it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'll be upset if he wasn't. But there's you have to get used to being uncomfortable because that's part and parcel. There's no magic pill yet. I'm sure there will be. And you know what? I actually have a magic pill. You know where it is? You know where you can get your magic pill?
Where?
If you come to the Builder Summit. If you come to the Builder Summit, I've got a magic pill for you. And so does Robbie. We both have magic pills. Robbie's got an AI magic pill, and I've got a construction processes magic pill. And all you have to do is take it, and you will win in those areas.
Instantly.
Like,
It's like
you walk
Ozempic
out of the room.
3.0.
Yeah, you walk out of the room winning.
You walk out with more money. But for real, the dates.
Yep. So we're hitting Sydney first on the 11th of August.
Tuesday.
Which is a Tuesday. Then we fly up to Brisbane and we do it again on the 13th of August, Grand Chancellor Hotel in Brisbane. And then the week after, come back home and do it in Melbourne on the 18th of August at Bell's Hotel in South Melbourne. So in Sydney, it's at Holiday Inn, new location. Haven't done it there before. Holiday Inn in Parramatta. And Melbourne, Bell's Hotel in South Melbourne.
So Sydney, August 11, Brisbane, August 13, and Melbourne, August 18.
That's it. Free tickets, free events.
Get
Register.
your tickets.
And
We've also
be one of the percentage that actually rock up, be that person. Be that one that's going to be like, you know what? I want to be a high performer. I want to do what everyone else is not doing. I want to get what everyone else is not getting. And the way you do that is getting into rooms like this, showing up for your own life, because I promise you, I am not going to call you to confirm your attendance. Someone else will, but not me.
That's it.
So it's on you.
Guys, thanks for listening.
Appreciate it once again and look forward to catching up next week, because you can damn sure guarantee that this podcast is going to be back next week, because it is one of the most elite podcasts
High
on the
performing. High performing
on the
podcast.
planet.
Consistency. That's what it is.
It is.
Consistency. All right. Thanks for listening,
Peace
everyone.
out.
Bye.